told me they can only reach the 6th dimension. They want to know about Strada, so I just tell them. That's the planet that he's creating. I also share information with the Frickers. They have green on their heads and a funny shape and yellow on their arms. The detail is quite amazing. This is one more of his images. I'll show you the next clip rather than this one. But this is, he goes to other dimensions through the runes. He'll pick a rune and it takes him to, like a portal to other dimensions. This is one of the places he creates on the 7th dimension. This is him down here, and this is how he says he creates. Now you can make of that what you will, but I'm going to now show you another little 9-year-old. He can see with his eyes closed, see through other people. I go out of body to protect other people from negative beings, and he gives advice to star kids who get depressed. He says you have to focus on something positive for at least 15 minutes. But the little clip I'm going to show you is where he's showing you doing his light language with his mother. His mother said he does light language. He speaks to me in light language. He knows what he's saying. I answer in light language, but I don't know what I'm saying. And I'm going to show you a little video of that. Hold on a minute. Is it the next one? Oh, yeah, okay. They only took you, Mummy. This is special friends, so I had to stay at home. My 4-year-old daughter told me that she loves going on spaceships and looking at the stars. She tells me she loves them and often wants to go home. She speaks casually about her special friends. They come at night, they look grey, I guess. Some are shorter than me, some are taller. They use their mind to talk to us. They play with me and take me places. Now I'm going to show you a little video here. How I connect to home is this 9-year-old that spoke to me. His mother said she didn't even know he was going to talk to me. As soon as he saw me and we started talking, he didn't stop for about 40 minutes. What I want to say here, before I show what he's saying, is, this is what he's saying, how I connect to home. I use my spiritual mind, though some people in my spiritual home do not exist anymore. I can still connect through spirit, so I talk through spirit. I do not talk through human, as I do with another person like, hello, how are you? In my mind, I speak my spiritual language, and he speaks a little bit of his light language. I say it through my soul. Basically, you'll not hear me say it. I do it through my mind, soul mixed together, and I can talk to other souls exactly like mine, and that's how I connect to my real home. But this is not my home. I have a home here, but I have a home where I really belong. That's how I connect to my home. And I want you just to see how he describes it.
Again, I'm going to say how I connect to home. So how I connect to home is I use my spiritual mind. Although some people in my spiritual mind do not exist anymore, I can still connect through spirit. And so I talk through spirit. I do not talk through human like you would basically talk to another person, like hello, how are you? I go, hello, how are you in my mind, and I speak my spiritual language like Kavza Alko, which is hello, how are you? That's how I would kind of say it, but I'll say it through my soul. So you would basically not hear me say it, because that's why I don't sleep talk, because I do it through my mind and my soul mixed together. I can talk to other souls exactly like mine, and that's how I connect to my real home. This is not my home. I have a home here, but my home up where I really belong. So that is how I connect to my home. Bye.
I'd like to have shown you some of the other little video, but I really want to complete this as well. He also talks about the fact that he learned to deal with lower entities, and he was explaining it quite naturally, quite normally. He wasn't coming from any kind of fear. He said, I learned how to deal with them because that was part of my education. And he said, once I knew how to do that, now at night, I go out of body every night, and I go, and if children are being hassled by these lower entities, I clear them. So he's quite aware that he does clearings when he goes out of body every single night, and it's not a problem, that's what he does. So this is the level of awareness we're talking about now. It isn't a problem. They're being educated and shown how to do it. It's all part of the new human. This young 5-year-old did this without any input from his mother at all. 5 years old. I never taught my son meditation, but my son placed a pyramid and crystals in a configuration in front of him. He said that each corner of the pyramid represented specific feelings. He placed a clear quartz crystal bead ball on the point of the pyramid and said it represents love, and said that that is what he was focusing on during the meditation. This is what the kids are doing. Zach, New Earth comes up so many times. Let me say, this is one version of how Zach understands it at 16. My understanding, there's a new Earth, but not necessarily new. We're just moving into a new vibration, but to us it's new. It's been here for a long time. It's waiting for our arrival. Gaia is ready at the destination she wishes to be. She's waiting for us to move with her. She's moving into a higher frequency, a collection of similar frequencies. So I said, so what the children are really saying is that when we're awakened, we'll be able to move with Gaia to another plane of awareness and reality. Yes, but not necessarily moving with her, just moving space around us to get to her, because she's in one position and we're in another position, which exists in the same space. One of the fascinating things was Mike Oram, a lovely gentleman in his 60s now, was only 4 years old when he said to his mother in the 1950s, there will be a change in human consciousness. The energy is heading this way, and the essence of this energy is light. The energy will repair our DNA, it will make us complete and who we really are. That was what I was trying to tell my mother at 4 years old. Mitch Batros, is a scientist, is saying this. Evidence the sun produces charged particles affecting humanity. Cycle 24 has begun. The sun's activity is 50% stronger than cycle 23. This wave affects not only the planet, but the human body's magnetic field, human emotions. He believes that the magnetic influence of the sun will usher in what's described by our ancient ancestors as a transition, bringing a new state of being. Dolores Cannon, many of you may know her books, wonderful books, amazing researcher. And she came out with the fact that we were changing through many of her, from her own research, and one of them that was DNA was being expanded to 12 strands. Bob Dean, very well known in ufology, in his 80s, was in the military, found out about the cover-up, you know, the truth embargo. Finally admitted he was an experiencer and he'd been on the craft for about 6 weeks. He said he was told by the beings, we're in transition, I've seen the future and it's glorious. He was told that Homo sapiens originate from 12 different species of non-human intelligences. So, in the free research, we now have discovered this kind of information. 65% had off-world ET healings, 85% were more clairvoyant, 93% had knowledge they'd not learnt before, 92% had out-of-body experiences, 37% near-death experiences, 65% had their consciousness separated from their body, so not so unusual. 56% had conscious thinking speeded up, 76% with paranormal experiences, 51% with a greater desire to help others, and 71% highly positive contact. You will not see this. You will not see this in any of the normal UFO material. This is a completely new way of investigating what's happening with people who have encounters, and it's an academic study that is going to change the face of ufology. This is not what you're going to get on the media, but we now have the evidence to support all of these statistics, and it will be coming out in a couple of books in this year called Beyond UFOs, The Science of Consciousness. So, the New Earth, what's meant? You now know what is meant by some people saying this and what the children are saying about the New Earth. They're all saying they're coming here to help with that transition and to help us. And this means that the children themselves are going to be the teachers. It's going to be a reversal of roles. They're actually going to show us what we need to do to change. And, you know, some say, well, what about me? You know, I'm in this age or that age. I said, look, the older models like myself, we're not going to be left behind. We just need to be activated. And we are being activated by what's happening on this planet. All these different ways are how we're being activated with those frequencies, including the kids bringing in those frequencies in the ways that they're doing so. So the new kids know this. They do not need governments to tell them we're not alone in the universe. They already know that we're not. They know the planet is in dire shape, both ecologically and spiritually. They know we're lied to and manipulated. They know we're educated and programmed into limiting and limited reality. They know about covert technologies which control the public and its fear-based mindset. They're aware of their psychic abilities. They know about many extraterrestrial species visiting our planet. The new humans are here to wake humanity up. They're teaching me so I can teach the adults. I'm here to help my family wake up. Everyone is sleeping. 50% of people on the planet are starseeds, but many get lost. Only 20% will remember who they are. Everything is possible. We just have to believe it. But why don't they listen? That's the one that I say to parents. Just listen. Humanity's been at this point 3 times, this 12-year-old told his father, but we have been knocked off course. This time there's a 95% chance we'll make it, and possibly a 100% chance we're headed up to a higher level. This is due to the shift that's affecting everyone, 12 years old. The new human, is this you? Human beings have no idea how amazing they are, but they have to believe it first. That's from Kathy, who's 9 years old. So what does it say to you? You've got to believe it first, guys, and then off you go. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Okay. By the way, should be on one of these tables, The New Human Awakening and some DVDs. So you're very welcome to come and talk to me there.
And Mary's going to have a workshop tomorrow from 9 to 12. So if you've got friends who want to come, I mean, this is a special event. Mary isn't around much. She tours internationally. She'll be off to America, China, wherever. So, so we're lucky to have her here. So if you have friends and people who want to come to her workshop, you know, we're selling those workshops. So, so just come to see someone at the desk and book yourself and your friends in. Yeah, very special. So we have, we'll have a half an hour break now. So after that, we'll have Leah Capitelli coming on. Leah Capitelli is a young starseed, very much in the, yeah, and she's in Mary's book. So she's very much one of the up-and-coming starseeds. So look forward to her at 11. And thanks to the meditation this morning, it was just sensational. We heard it and it was just beautiful. So that was Michelle Kingston and Lionel Lodge. That was just lovely. And just don't forget, we've got Rod Bradshaw has his Sacred Energy Tools up there, up at the back, and Sacred Knowledge Energy Tools, and they're really impressive. There's some of the things he does with, it just grounds you. It's just incredible, some of the things. So he can demonstrate those if you want to do those. So thank you very much, and we'll see you in half an hour. See you later.
Morning. How are you today? How are you? Thank you. Stand up.